Hello, my friends. Thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. Today we will prove the necessary and sufficient condition for these equations in x and y to have real number solutions is the square of a plus the square of b is not smaller than 4. Why not give a try, and we will come back soon. We will discuss two ways. The first way, for the students in the 9th grade, the most used method to discuss the necessary and sufficient conditions of real number solutions, is the discriminant of the quadratic equations in one variable. So we can choose to convert these equations into one quadratic equation in one variable. It's easy. From the second equation, we have a times x equals 10 minus b times y. For convenience, we multiply all the terms of the first equation by the square of a. Then calculate the square of a times x, to get 100, plus the square of b times the square of y, and minus 20 times b times y. Bringing it into the above equation, we get a quadratic equation in one variable y. Its discriminant is the square of the linear coefficient, minus 4 times the quadratic coefficient, times the constant term. It cannot be smaller than 0. We can expand this formula and further simplify it. Because the square of a cannot be smaller than 0. So we can divide each term of this inequality by the square of a. Then we obtain that the square of a plus the square of b minus 4 is not smaller than 0. So the square of a plus the square of b cannot be smaller than 4. The proof is done. Regarding the other way we are going to talk about, it is actually beyond the scope of the 9th grade, but it is so relevant to this type of question, that we have to discuss it briefly. We know that the square of the sine of any angle plus the square of its cosine equals 1. So 25 can be written as 25 times the square of sine alpha plus the square of cosine alpha. Meaning that x is equal to 5 times sine alpha, and y is equal to 5 times cosine alpha. We can also represent a and b in a similar way. Let a equal k times cosine beta, and b equal k times sine beta. So a times x equals 5 times k, multiplied by cosine beta, multiplied by sine alpha. B times y is equal to 5 times k, multiplied by sine beta, and multiplied by cosine alpha. The result is equal to 10. What follows is the part beyond the scope of 9th grade. The left side of the equality can be written as 5 times k, multiplied by sine alpha plus beta. The sine of any angle cannot be bigger than 1. So 5 times k cannot be smaller than 10. That is, k is not smaller than 2. What about the square of a plus the square of b? It is equal to the square of k multiplied by the square of cosine beta plus the square of sine beta, and it cannot be smaller than 4. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.